So I'm just gonna jump right into this one. Nito's Lazy Foreign World Syndrome. A title that explains absolutely nothing. Luckily for us though, the first page explains everything. We don't need weaknesses and in brackets healers like you. So this guy's a healer, I guess. You're just garbage after all, huh? So this is a story where the main character is kind of pathetic. I'll destroy every last one of you. And it's also a revenge story. It ticks all three boxes that make a bad isekai. The literal description for this manga is a dark fantasy in another world. He'll become unrivaled by using the weakest skill for his revenge. They bullied him to the point of game-ending himself. But the whole class was also transported. The manga starts off with the main character getting bullied. Now normally I would say bullying is bad, but I'm gonna hold off judgment until I find out more about this main character. The main character has an inner monologue where he gives a detailed explanation as to who is responsible for bullying. And then he closes his eyes and jumps off the school rooftop. When he opens his eyes, he finds that he was transported to another world. It's another isekai, baby. That's right, you love to see it. He was transported along with the rest of his class. And then the usual isekai stuff happens, as they're all summoned to be heroes, and the king says that their statuses will decide them. They all have stat boards like their Dark Souls characters or something. Everybody else in the class is super powerful, but the main character, he's really weak and all that. Just the usual generic stuff. The main character finds out that he's a healer, then everybody else finds out that he's a healer. They bully him some more, then they kick him out, I guess. It's not really explained in the manga. Instead, we get this one scene where this woman shouts about something that I don't really understand. Something about healers not being the meta this patch. Then she tells the main character to go kill himself, which is kinda stupid because he already did that and that's how he came here. And he gets teleported away. Now, I know what you're gonna say. This story sucks. I want you to understand that the reason I read stories like this is because it's a guilty pleasure of mine. The first isekai that I ever read was Re:Zero. It was a great isekai, and I quickly caught up to the light novel translation. So I went and searched for some more isekai stuff. And what I found was pure, absolute trash. I still read them though, no matter how bad they were. But yeah, they were bad. And this is one of those manga that are so bad that they actually seem kinda good. So the main character comes across 3 treasure boxes. He finds a small bottle with an unidentified liquid inside it. He then has a schizophrenic attack, and the intrusive thoughts in his mind tell him to drink the liquid. And the main character, being the pathetic loser that he is, can't even beat the voices in his head. The unimportant side characters then talk about the main character, because that's all they're good for. They say that he's probably dead, and in the very next panel we see his motionless body on the ground. And then the main character comes across the most common enemy in Dark Souls 3, a mimic chest. The main character runs away, then he finds out that he was given a blessing by the god of revenge or something like that. That makes all his magic do the opposite thing of what it's supposed to do. So instead of healing, he hurts people. He uses his epic reverse healing powers to kill the mimic. And by beating this endgame mini-boss, he gets 500 levels, which is absolute bullshit. But we're just gonna go with it, because this is trash isekai. It doesn't matter. We're just here for the fun. And if that doesn't make you happy, then rest assured, even the main character acknowledges that there's no way that would happen. Then he moves on to the next floor of this dungeon or whatever it is, where there's a conveniently placed staff floating in the air. Now, the main character is a healer, and staffs are what healers use. This seems a little bit too convenient, don't you think? And it is. The main character is attacked by a guardian golem, which he announces out loud. I have no idea how he knows this though. Oh wait, it's because he has that extremely convenient appraisal skill that everyone's talking about. The main character two-shots the golem, which is extremely anticlimactic, and that's how the second chapter ends. Now go read the rest of it by yourself.